Contingency Plan Code Natural Born Leader. Subject: Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes is a complex character known for his transformation from a small-town sheriff's deputy into a hardened leader in a post-apocalyptic world. Initially, he is depicted as a dedicated lawman with strong moral values. His journey begins when he wakes from a coma to find society has collapsed due to a widespread catastrophe. As he navigates this new reality, Rick demonstrates remarkable resilience and adaptability. His experiences force him to confront not only external threats, but also the moral dilemmas that arise in a world where survival often comes at a cost. He becomes a natural leader, drawing people to him and forming a group of survivors. Rick's abilities include strategic thinking and tactical skills, honed from his background in law enforcement. He is resourceful, often finding creative solutions to dire problems, and he possesses a strong sense of justice that shapes his decisions. However, his character is also marked by emotional turmoil and internal conflict as he grapples with loss, guilt, and the challenges of maintaining his humanity amidst chaos. Over time, Rick evolves, becoming increasingly hardened by the brutal realities of his environment. His relationships with others, especially those close to him, are central to his story, highlighting themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and the struggle to retain one's principles in the face of overwhelming adversity. Ultimately, he embodies the struggle between hope and despair, navigating a world that constantly tests the limits of both his strength and his beliefs. If I were to devise a contingency plan for a scenario where Rick Grimes adopts a mindset akin to a tyrant enforcing martial law, the approach would be methodical and strategic, rooted in understanding both his strengths and vulnerabilities. First, I would gather intelligence on his movements and the structure of his group. Knowledge is power, and understanding the dynamics at play would be crucial. I would identify key allies and potential dissenters within his ranks, as they could provide leverage or insight into his decision-making. Next, I would exploit Rick's emotional ties. He values loyalty and connection, thus, sowing seeds of doubt among his inner circle could create fractures. I would orchestrate situations that highlight the consequences of his authoritarian approach, showcasing how it leads to fear and division rather than unity. This could involve staged encounters that pit his followers against each other, forcing them to question their allegiance. In terms of direct action, I would devise a plan that emphasizes stealth over brute force. Utilizing distractions, I could create diversions that pull Rick's attention away from critical areas, making it easier to isolate him. If possible, I would employ non-lethal methods to incapacitate him, ensuring that his leadership doesn't turn into martyrdom for his followers. Finally, I would prepare a contingency for the aftermath. Should Rick fall, it would be essential to ensure that a power vacuum doesn't lead to further chaos. I would work to establish a coalition of survivors committed to rebuilding and restoring a sense of community, emphasizing the importance of collaboration over tyranny. The goal would not just be to neutralize a threat, but to redirect the course of leadership toward a more hopeful future, ensuring that the cycle of violence and authoritarian rule does not repeat itself.